Jubba-doo.
Alright folks, today we're talking about Forced Vengeance from 1982. And let me tell you right up front, this is one of those Chuck Norris movies that don't ask permission and don't apologize. It just kicks the door in and handles business. I'm a huge Chuck Norris fan, always have been. The man's reputation for toughness ain't hype, it's legend. Chuck don't play characters who whine, hesitate, or overthink. He plays men who take a punch, stand back up, and make sure the bad guys regret their life choices. And Forced Vengeance leans hard into that. Here, Chuck plays Josh Randall, a former martial artist trying to live a quiet life, working security at a casino. He's keeping his head down, doing things straight, minding his own business, and like all good revenge movies, the villains make that one fatal mistake. They don't leave him alone. Now, I'm gonna say this plainly. What the bad guys do in this movie is vile, straight up evil. The attack on Josh Randall's wife comes out of nowhere and hits hard. I remember watching this and thinking, whoa, they went there. It's mean, it's cruel, and it flips a switch that never turns off. That moment shocked me, and once it happens, there's no gray area left. No moral debate, no second chances. From that point on, this movie becomes a countdown to justice. You cross that line, you seal your fate. Do the crime, you meet the gate. And Chuck Norris, he doesn't rage wildly, he goes cold, focused, methodical. That's what makes it scarier. He's not fighting out of chaos, he's fighting out of resolve. Every kick, every punch, every snap of bone feels earned. The villains in this movie aren't charming. They aren't misunderstood. They're greedy, sadistic, and cruel. The kind of people you don't feel bad watching get dismantled piece by piece. And let's be honest, that's part of the appeal. This is an old school revenge picture where the audience is supposed to cheer when the hammer falls. The action is classic early 80s Chuck Norris. Clean martial arts, solid choreography, no shaky cam, no frantic editing. You see the hits land, you see the pain register. This isn't ballet, it's blunt force. And here's the thing Chuck always brings, credibility. You believe he can do this. You believe every man he faces picked the wrong night, the wrong target, the wrong warrior. Stand in his way, you're done for sure. Step to Chuck, there ain't no cure. The movie's tone is dark, almost grim in some spots, and that works in its favor. It doesn't try to soften what happened, it doesn't wink at the camera. It understands that vengeance, when earned, is supposed to feel heavy. And that final stretch, that's pure catharsis. The villains get exactly what they deserve. No speeches, no mercy, no escape hatches. Justice here isn't pretty, but it is final. And after what they did, I didn't feel an ounce of guilt watching it unfold. Now sure, this ain't high art. The dialogue's simple, the plot's straight as an arrow. But that's the point. This movie knows exactly what it is. A Chuck Norris revenge picture where evil acts bring violent consequences. Sometimes that's all you need. Alright, here's your Jubba-doo 3-point rundown. Classic Chuck Norris toughness and no-nonsense action. Stuff breaks, bodies drop, and justice hits hard. Yeah, go see Forced Vengeance. When evil pushes too far, Chuck finishes the job. That's the kind of movie that reminds you why Chuck Norris became a legend. Not because he talks tough, but because when the line gets crossed, he's the last man you want to answer to.
Sugar rush, then sugar crash, he's feeling sour, but he can't stop reaching for another can. That's just the way of our Jubba man. Forgets his teeth.